how's it going? I need to pee real quick. Yeah. All right. How's it going, people? Um, I haven't actually recorded in my living room or kitchen before, so I'm gonna just say that there's probably an echo because this place is decently huge, I guess. All right. So how's it going? I didn't post yesterday, so yeah, that's an L on me, and I'm pretty sure I didn't post the day before that, so that's a double L. Yeah, I'm tired. I wanted to sleep. I felt like sleeping forever, but I woke up today, and I'm gonna make a video. But if you see the geometry dash, you know what I said in like a previous video. You already know what time it is. It's time to talk about a teacher, which I'm probably gonna put in the title. So I don't know why I'm even saying all of this. But I'm probably gonna record this like a couple of times because like if you don't know, the last story time that I recorded, it actually took me like 3 times to record that. And I mean like the entire story because the storage kept fucking up and it was really really annoying. But yeah, it is what it is. Um, so I'm basically gonna tell you about the time my teacher I'm just gonna tell you about a couple of times where my teacher was just kind of a huge PP, uh, even though she is in fact of the female sex. Don't know why I bring gender into that. Whatever. You get what I'm trying to say, okay? So, it all started in like 7th grade, and that's about it. Okay. Well, that was the gameplay. That was the gameplay. Okay. All right. But yeah, it all started in 7th grade, and putting me and my friend in a class together was just a recipe for disaster, bro. Uh, so basically, what had happened was we like to crack jokes like a lot. Obviously, my jokes were better. Just saying, gotta flex on him. But he had some good jokes every once in a while, I guess. Uh, so we had jokes. Sometimes we fought, like physically fought. I don't know why we did that, but we fought a decent amount of times. And okay, fine. If the teacher wants to be like, hey, stop fighting, reasonable. But instead, she was like, stop disrupting the class. And to that, I would be fine with that if we were the only ones. However, we weren't. There were like 4 people. We weren't even the worst there. But I guess somehow she felt that way. So I'm like, okay, I won't talk as much. And we didn't have much problems, but every single time I would talk, like just a little bit, not even to make a joke, to ask a question from another person, she's like, stop it, the class! And I was like, oh, man, you're gonna be annoying. This isn't gonna be good, like at all. But hey, I survived. It was it was hard, but I survived. And I thought everything was fine because she just constantly kept saying every time I would ask a question, "Hey, stop disrupting the class." And I was like, "Bro, I'm trying to ask a question. I don't know this, bro. It is not a test, so I could ask questions." And I'm not even disrupting it for that long. It's like a couple of minutes tops. So, yeah, I didn't like this teacher. So, after few of annoyances, I was like, you know what, fuck this class, bro. I will pass it. I know I will pass it because it was like Texas history. I passed it obviously. Otherwise, I wouldn't be in eighth grade today. But yeah, it was really annoying. So I decided, fuck this class, fuck you. I don't care. Obviously, I didn't say that to her face. And sometimes she would get in on the jokes. That's what would that's what would shock me. You allow it when it's funny for you, but not when everybody else is laughing. I was a class clown. That's my point in life. That's my goal. Okay, is to make people laugh. And if it works, why are you trying to mess with it, bro? Obviously, it's because, she's a teacher and she kind of has to do it. But when I'm not really making that bad of a time, I only started being bad, like actually disrupting the class a few times when I was like, after I said, fuck this class, I don't really care what happens. Because most of the time, I was like, yeah, fuck this class, but I don't really hate her, so yeah. But one day, she said, nah, just saying disrupt the class isn't enough. I'll threaten to take him to the office. Now, I'm not saying do what I did in this situation. I don't know why I'm saying don't do what I did in this situation. It's not that bad. But, don't do what I did in this situation. You should probably not, bro. Because it just made it worse down the road. So, this teacher was just like, I'm gonna give you referrals every time you make the class laugh. Now, obviously it's because I'm like messing with the class, but I saw it as, hey, no, no, I refuse. And I was like arguing with her, which isn't good, but hey, story times aren't about making me look good, okay? They're about having an interesting story. Even if this story isn't interesting at all, but hey, whoop and whoop and dun 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 dun. Okay. So she threatened. I was about to say legal action. She threatened for me to go to the office, and I was like, okay, I didn't care. And she like paused for a moment because she was like, he doesn't care. What? What? This break me. Okay. Anyway, she was like, what? And so she sent me to the office. And I was like, okay. I was just like making jokes. And like, the assistant principal that I mentioned in my last story time, that was like, oh, you fucking touched this girl, just admit to it, which I never did, by the way. She even understood. She was like, okay, yeah, it doesn't sound that bad, but next time don't do it. Like, bruh, how you gonna get this teacher that basically hates me at this point because the female thing happened in sixth grade. But she basically hates me at this point, and she's like, "Oh, just don't do it again." I'm sorry, assistant principal. I had to. I had to. I didn't have to, bro. I was just being a dick. But hey, I continue to do stuff because the assistant principal didn't really care, bro. At worst, she could send me to the. She could. Fuck. She should. Fuck. She could send me. Why do I keep saying fucking send me? She could suspend me, and then I would just get a week or some change off. So now, granted, I will have to do a bunch of work, but I was probably just gonna skip. Yeah, I'm not a good person. I never claimed to be. Just saying. Okay, no, I'm still a dick. So yeah, I continue to do it anyway because all that paperwork, I'm not doing that. I literally once I got home after getting that paperwork, if I don't know why I'm saying it like I did it, bro. I never got suspended. But I'm saying like if it did happen, I would literally just throw it in the trash and take out the trash, because that's my chore. It's kind of stupid for you to do that, and I don't know why, but like the school just decides, hey, don't know what that hey was, but hey, we're not gonna email your teacher about like that. We'll email her about the suspension, but we don't email her about the stuff. So I could just make up some BS on why I don't have the paper. So that's not really that bad though, because like we would probably do that a couple of times where she would send me to the office, but somehow miraculously I never got suspended. So that just boosted my ego, because after the whole female incident, that kind of messed with my head a little bit. Cause I'm like, bro, I didn't do. Why would you do this to me? But she was in that class and she enjoyed my jokes. I was like, whatever. It's not that serious that you fucking called me basically a fucking sexual harasser. Nah. Sex offender, actually, because technically that is a sex offender. But, yeah. Um, you called me an underage sex offender, bro. Ain't nobody about to put fucking captions on this shit. So underage sex offender. Yeah, obviously that's the point of the fucking. Oh my god, why am I so fucking stupid? Anyway, yeah. How is my seventh grade self or eighth grade self actually? Because I said I was in eighth grade in that last video. How did my eighth grade self, fucking do this? Like, how is he smarter than me? Anyway, I'm not even getting to the main part of the fucking video, bro. Okay, so basically, um, what the fuck? Basically, I didn't even suspect anything. She stopped. She stopped being a bitch. So I was like, okay, fine, all right, nice. And then she started being a bitch heavy, and she was like, if you don't stop, something bad will happen to you. And I was like, okay. No, I don't know why. I just sporadically laughed, bro. It's ridiculous still up to this day that she said any stuff like that. Because at this point, I was invincible. Basically, at the beginning of the year, she could have got me because I was like, I haven't seen all my friends in like 2 months. So I'm all like quiet and really pussyfooting around everything. But as soon as I started, having jokes that worked, and I got new friends. Whoa. Okay. My confidence is ridiculous when I'm at an all time high, but at the beginning of the year, you should see me. I'm fucked, basically. I'm really fucked. Uh, but yeah, that's only because I had 2 months without anybody else. So my voice decided, hey, I'm gonna shut off because I only play fucking Rocket League and fucking Fortnite. Ha ha ha. That joke isn't funny. Anyway, yeah. So after she said that, I was like, okay, bitch. Under my breath, and she was like, bruh. She didn't say bruh, bro. She didn't say bruh. She didn't say bruh, okay, but it was like, and I was like, what are you gasping about? I wonder. I mean, it's not like she could prove anything, because there were no cameras in the classroom, bro, and everybody else heard me. They're like, oh, but none of them was snitched because I'm a I'm haha very funny person. So yeah, they were like, I didn't hear anything. And she knew that they heard everything. And she was gonna send me to the office. But, like, she was like, you know what? It's fine. It's whatever. Because I think she thought I was in need of some fucking guidance. Which makes sense after I tell you. Basically, after an amount of time, when I was about to head off to, like lunch or PE or lunch, I was stopped by somebody. Somebody gave me like a thing, or an assistant principal came in and decided, "Hey, come with me." And so I was like, all right, this can't be anything bad. When I get there, when I get there, I see my grandfather, because my dad doesn't live with my mom. My mom and four teachers, all my main class teachers. And I'm like, what? How could you do this to me, Miss Frizzle? Is what I said to one teacher, which is my science teacher. Just remember that. Miss Frizzle is the science teacher. And like I loved Miss Frizzle. Not like that, bro. Not like that. But I liked this teacher a lot because she was cool. Bro, she wasn't tripping that hard. As long as we did our work, it wasn't that big of a deal. Now, obviously after this happened, I started slacking off on work cuz I struggled to uh, carry both my work and make jokes. But it didn't last for long. I soon realized how to do it. So, yeah, that happened. But that was after. Right now, I was doing fine. I had fucking passing grades and everything. Now, did my grades fluctuate? That's a big word. Yes, they did. But they were still passing every time they did. And there was like one time in seventh grade where they fluctuated too low, and I couldn't do a special thing because I was technically failing, even though I started passing anyway. But it's whatever, bro. Why am I so shit? Why am I so shit at this game? Anyway, yeah. So all these teachers, I could tell by their facial expressions, they only did this to support this other teacher, which is like whatever, bro. And I was frozen. I didn't think she'd actually do something that I would care about, but she did, and I was frozen because my grandfather and mother were there. And yeah, I wasn't about to go mouth off to this teacher like I usually did because they're my parents. If they saw that, they would beat my ass. But yeah, that happened, and the bad thing was, the funny thing was, bro, when I was like when they were talking, everybody but that one teacher was talking about, uh, dude. Like I think he's actually pretty funny. Like I think he has a career in like comedy or some shit. And this one teacher, she was death staring me. And then as soon as the three teachers said that, they were like, and they also said they did well in their class. I don't know why she then decided to death stare them, and then they started being like, oh yeah, but he's very disrespectful some of the time. Like, bro, it is clear she manipulated that situation, bro. She didn't even try to hide it, to the point where even my mom and grandpa were like, oh, I see what's going on here. Yeah, I don't think you're that much of a little shit anymore. Like, oh my god, this teacher's stupid. Oh my god, after that happened, I stayed the exact same. Nothing changed at all, bro. Nothing changed. Except they give me this little fucking sign, bro. Like I was a fucking 2-year old, bro. It actually pissed me off a little bit. I got a bit angry, bro. I got a bit angry at that. They fucking, the sign language restroom sign. They basically gave me that when they wanted me to shut up, bro. Basically, they basically tell me why only the fucking U.S. history teacher used it. Miss Frizzle was cool. The math teacher was cool. And the language arts teacher was cool. It was only fucking this teacher, who doesn't even deserve a name, honestly. Just saying. Like, she tries so hard to enforce that so that I would shut up, even though I really didn't see the point in that because No other teacher cared. So why do you? It makes no sense. Now I could get it. If I'm a problem with every teacher, then clearly there's something wrong with me. But it's just you. Like, bro, why are you such a dong, bro? Stop it. Stop. Anyway, yeah, that was a story of my teacher. And I was like, okay, whatever, bro. It didn't really bother me because I really didn't care, bro, at all. Kept talking even past that stupid fucking sign that they gave me, like I was fucking an infant, or like just barely knowing English, like something like a fourth grader or some shit, bro. Don't do that shit to me, bro. That's really fucking annoying and it pisses me off. But apart from that, I clowned on her. And I clowned her even harder for giving that fucking sign, bro. I clowned the fuck out of her without actually clowning the fuck out of her. Without anything that would get me, like, fucking sent to the office. I made jokes behind her back. I made jokes to her face sometimes that weren't as bad as the jokes I made behind her back. It was epic, bro. You should have seen me. I was I was in there, bro. But, that's just how it is. What the I couldn't even land. That's bullshit. Anyway, yeah. Bye, guys. It's been a nice story time. Fuck this text, bro. I'm my bad, my bad. Yeah, I'm gonna leave before more texts start flooding in. Goodbye.